Hi, and welcome to week 9 of English 1302. I've just posted the assignment sheet for your next writing assignment. It's the R3 project. In getting ready for this, I was looking at your syllabus and the course calendar. I noticed the course calendar had 4 writing assignments, R1, 2, 3, and 4, but the policy statement, the course syllabus, only had 3. You're only getting graded for 3. So this is actually going to be our last writing assignment for this semester. Anyway, I've posted the assignment sheet. It's under the assignments tab. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to select a topic and then narrow it down. That's the big part about this assignment, is narrowing the focus of your assignment. We'll talk some more here in just a second. The overall topic is, and again, I encourage you to print these out. It's only 2 pages, but print them out so you'll have it to look at, easy to reference. And the topic is to discuss and explain one specific aspect of higher education in America. Other than financial aid, cost, or athletics, you want to skip trade schools and proprietary schools. Proprietary schools are like University of Phoenix, where they are for profit. They are owned by a corporation, and they exist to create a profit. So skip those and just focus on community colleges like South Plains College, research universities like Texas Tech, private schools like Wayland Baptist and LCU. Focused on just what most people think of when they think about higher education, colleges and universities. Okay, so you're gonna discuss one specific aspect of higher ed, other than cost and athletics. All right, so you want to narrow that down, and this really is a huge topic. Higher education in America is just this big thing. So first thing you want to do is kind of think about different aspects of it. You could, example, talk about the history of higher education in America. Don't forget to focus on America. You don't want anything about college in Europe, college in India, college in China, just higher education in the U.S. and that's it. Focus, because you've only got, I think we're only doing 2 to 4 pages, so you don't have forever. Anyway, so you're going to focus on one aspect, such as the history of higher education, or the organization of higher education, or autonomy versus regulation. Who controls a college? Well, largely colleges control themselves, although with some oversight both from the state and from the federal government. Now that oversight is growing. The government is requiring each college to do more and more things, and that's creating a lot of conflict. I would encourage you to avoid current events, anything dealing with the Trump administration, because those things are still ongoing. They haven't been resolved yet, and so there's not going to be a lot of published research out there. So focus on stuff which is completed, stuff which has settled the dust, and there's a lot of published research out there. Then pick one specific aspect of it and start doing some research. You're only going to need 3 sources, just 3 sources for this, but you want to find the best 3 sources. Now, I've posted a PowerPoint on how to evaluate sources, how to select the best sources. Let's face it, we are drowning in a sea of information. So one of the skills that you have to have as a modern American, as a modern citizen of the world, is to be able to sift through all the information that's out there and decide what is good, what is relevant to your purposes, and what isn't, and select the best of the best. There are 4 things you want to look for when we're doing college level research. You want to make sure it has an author. Now, I know that seems very basic because everything's written by someone, but some don't actually publish the author's name. If they don't publish the author's name, just skip it. Go on, find the next one. But make sure it has an author. Make sure that author knows what he or she is talking about. So authority, depth. You don't want a brochure or like 1 paragraph summary, or you don't want anything too short. You want something with some depth to it, some gravitas. So like a book or a journal article. Journal articles are generally 10 to 15 pages. Something like that is most common. So authority, depth, current, timeliness. It can't be too old, because the information goes out of date. As we learn new things, old information becomes less useful useless. And so you really want only the most current information available. So authority, depth, timeliness, and generally about 5 years. Anything published within about 5 years is best, but given our topic, higher education doesn't change much, except for what's going on right now. But yeah, anything within the last 10 years will be fine. Also, citation. Okay, if your paper, or if the source that you're looking at, you're considering using it, cites other sources, or if other sources cite it, then you're golden. That's great. That's wonderful. Now, there's lots of ways to do this, and there are many search engines on the internet which are designed specifically for academic research. You can ask Siri, name me the top 10 academic search engines. The one I like best, the one I rely on entirely, is called Google Scholar. Google.com/scholar. And when you type your topic into it, it will tell you all 4 things. It'll give you the name of the author, it'll give you his or her qualifications, it'll give you the number of times it has been cited by other sources, it'll tell you, of course, the date of publication. It'll just tell you everything that you need to know about whether or not that source is right for this assignment or not. But pick the 3 best sources, okay? Then continue, as you read through these sources, continue to narrow the focus of your topic. You could focus just on one particular university. If you want to write just about the university, the history of the University of Colorado, you could do that. If you want to talk about land-grant universities west of the Mississippi, you could do that. If you want to talk just about the office of the president in Ivy League colleges of the Northeast United States, you could do that. There's lots of ways to go about this, but just remember, you've got to fully explain your topic in just 2 to 4 pages. It's 700 to 1500 words, so you don't have an infinite amount of time or space. Pick a topic that is narrow enough that you can fully discuss it, fully explain it, answer any question that someone may have in just 4 or 5 pages. Okay. And then, of course, each body paragraph still, just like before, needs one short direct quote, and each quote needs a citation, and you'll need a works cited page. Now, that's the big part. Before that, on November 2nd, that's the final draft. You also have an outline. We're not going to do a rough draft this time, just an outline, and there's a separate assignment sheet for that, page 2. The outline should be properly formatted. So yes, put your heading at the top of the first page. It needs to be a formal outline, so label the thesis, write it out. It needs to be 1 sentence. Make sure your thesis clearly answers the research question. So if I were doing this assignment, the way I would phrase it is something like this. One aspect of higher education in America is the office of the presidency in California universities. And so then I know the whole paper is going to talk about the president's office in California universities. Then, back to the outline, then it should have a thesis, and it should have 4 topic sentences and 4 quotes from 3 different sources. Right? So 4 topic sentences, and you can label those topic sentences or just label them Roman number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then beneath each topic sentence, put the supporting quote. You do need a works cited page, properly formatted. Just follow the Purdue OWL on how to do that. Carefully review and select only the sources that meet the following criteria: authority, depth, timeliness, and citation. And don't forget, once you've submitted that outline, once you've turned it in on or before November 2nd, you're locked in to using that thesis, those topic sentences, and those quotes, unless, as I grade your outline, I'll make comments on it. And if you've got a source in there which is no good, if you've quoted the Joe Rogan show or something like that, a source which is not considered academic or timely or doesn't work for some other reason, I'll note that on there. This is not a usable source. You'll have to find another usable source. When I make comments on your outlines, then you can change something. But unless there's comments, you really shouldn't change what you've got. Okay, good. If you have any other questions, let me know, and we'll talk some more about this assignment later.